Speaker Sheldon Silver to make a few comments on Earth Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Rob, for your kind words earlier and the introduction that you gave to all of us. And specifically, thank you to all the members of the environmental groups who are represented here today. Thank you for coming to Albany. Your leadership and your support have been invaluable in helping us to help protect New York's natural resources. I want to thank, clearly, my partners in government, Governor David Paterson, for his leadership on an issue that we have struggled with for many years in the Assembly. I also want to thank the coming of Senate Majority Leader Malcolm Smith, who eased the way to finally pass this bill in the Senate. And Malcolm, the only question I have, whether it's politically correct to say Happy Earth Day or is it Merry Earth Day?
You're the Speaker, you can say what you want.
But I want to make it clear, both men were committed to crafting a budget this year that enhanced environmental protection, even during these challenging economic times. I also appreciate all the kind words you had to say about me, but I really accept all those words on behalf of our environmental chair, Bob Sweeney, who really did yeoman's work. And was tireless in his enthusiasm and his efforts on behalf of this bill and so many other environmental causes. And one thing I would like to pause for a moment and remind you, the originator of this bill in the Assembly is our now Controller, Tom DiNapoli, who laid the foundation, who passed the first bigger, better bottle bill in any house of the legislature about 4 years ago. And, we should not forget Tom in that struggle to make this happen. He really, really did his homework, did yeoman's work in setting the foundation for all of us to come aboard and advance the work that he did. So, New York's diverse ecology, our communities, our future generations will depend on our wise management of our resources and our sound environmental policies. I just want to assure you it's your advocacy that makes preserving the environment possible, and I want to thank all of you once again for that advocacy and for keeping us up to date, informed, and letting us know how best to do the job of protecting the environment. I also want to emphasize that all of this couldn't be possible without the great leadership of Governor David Paterson in bringing it together, in putting it in the budget where somehow the difficult votes sometimes get a little easier to do on issues like this. And the governor's leadership, I think, really was instrumental in making a law out of something that had been a bill for 5 years before. So thank you again.
Our final speaker today is the leader of the Environmental Conservation Committee in the Senate. He has done a remarkable job in his first session chairing that committee and bringing such a wonderful victory to us on this Earth Day. Senator Antoine Thompson.
It's kind of weird because I've been participating in Earth Day since I was a student at SUNY Brockport, and to be here in 2009 as the chair of the Environmental Conservation Committee is extremely exciting. I want to thank Governor David Paterson for his leadership, not only placing it initially in the budget, but once he did his 30-day amendments, it stayed in the budget. And that was extremely important as a tactical move for us who really cared about this issue. I also want to thank Speaker Silver for his leadership and my colleague, Chairman Bob Sweeney, who was very steadfast and that both of them were steadfast in their convictions and beliefs about this issue. I want to also thank Majority Leader Malcolm Smith, who throughout this process not one time said, "Antoine, come in my office, I need to talk to you about this bill." So, Leader Smith, I want to thank you for giving me the autonomy, the ability to really deal with this. He really, actually, to be honest with you, we have very close to little to no conversation about our strategy. And it's really good because that's what chairing a committee is about. I did just say one thing that I wouldn't embarrass you.
Yes, he did.
So we were very careful and methodical about how we would do it. We had great staff, and Laura and Judith Inc., who were really just exceptional in helping us to shape what needed to be done. And our staff on the Senate, both in our office and on the committee, they did a remarkable job. They did an awesome job. But you know what? There's still more work to be done. There's a lot of work to do on the environment in New York State. And so when anyone says that change is not here in Albany, I can tell you, if this was last year, we would not be celebrating this victory. So elections do mean something, and progress is possible. And yes, we did do it, but we have more work to do. As we celebrate this Earth Day, I humbly say to you that New York must assume its rightful position as the leader in the United States of America for green movements, green initiatives, climate change, and environmental justice. New York must assume its rightful position. We have It is our time, as our president has said, that we have a historic opportunity in the United States of America. We have a president who gets it. We have a governor that gets it. We have a Speaker of the Assembly that gets it. And we have a Majority Leader that gets it as well. If we squander this national and statewide opportunity to impact on the issues that not only benefit us today, but the generations to come, shame on us. Shame on us. And as I said yesterday, and as I said many days before, New York is not a red state. New York is not a blue state. We want New York to remain and become an even more green state. That's what this is about. As someone who runs just about every other day, and Governor, I know you like to run as well and jog, we must pick up the pace in New York. This is our moment, this is our time, and we must lead and make sure that New York returns as the epicenter of the green movement in the United States of America. God bless you, happy Earth Day.
Again, I want to thank everybody for coming, but before we end the event today, we do want to just to give the assembled leaders here a token of our appreciation from the environmental community. So we have some plaques to commemorate this Earth Day and the achievements. These are less than $75 in value. I want to assure everybody we got these on sale. We're very grateful. So no paperwork is necessary. Governor David Paterson. Thank you very much. Senate Majority Leader Malcolm Smith. Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver. Senator Antoine Thompson. Assemblyman Bob Sweeney could not be here with us today. He's actually conducting an Environmental Conservation Committee meeting as we speak, continuing to push the envelope on environmental policy making here in New York State. But please join me, environmental advocates, NYPIRG, the Nature Conservancy, all of the assembled environmental